Boot up the PC, my heart's in a quake. Sweaty palms gripping the mouse like a snake. Buttons mashed without a clue. In this pixel world, I'm gaming like a noob.
Hello, and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob, and I call myself S07E. And if you're subscribed to the channel, I say thank you very much. And if you're not, I say please do, it would help me out a lot. Now, it's Thursday, it's the Manchester United save. Boy, do I have news for you. I might have done a lot of stupid things this summer. And yeah, taking a look, we are supposed to take a look on what we've done. But I think this is going to be a very tough season for us. But yeah, let's start with transfer history. And I think we're going to go back one season because I think there happened a couple of things at the end of the season. We did get Dane Scarlett for 7.5 million. I've been wanting him from the start of the game, and he's still only 23. Has quite a high potential, not reached that yet. But let's hope we can do that now that he has come to us. And what else? Will Overgaard is more of a player that I did go through and try to find young players to fill out my under 18. I think I'm going to be in the spring when we get our candidates up, youth candidates up from the, we're going to be signing what we need in order for us to keep a healthy amount of players in the under 18. While still try to find under 18 across the world to sign, promising players to sign in the way that I do. But yeah, I think I'm going to be doing more to keep a healthy amount of players, not to keep it small but good, more keep it broad and have a good solid team with a lot of reserves, or at least reserves enough to be able to have an injury or something like that on every position without being forced to use those grey players, as we call them. And I don't think there was anybody going out at the end of that season. I think everything happened. Yeah, that's nothing there. But what happened now? Look at this. We start with going out. We released Jonas Almeida. Chris Lewis didn't want to sign a new contract, so now he's moved away to Augsburg, which I'm not happy about, but it was okay. We did get Dane Scarlett to get in. Let's wait with the loans. Let's just who we sold here. Paul Squirrels. It was just too good money. 46.5 million pounds. I couldn't say no. But here's the big thing. Kylian Mbappe. We managed to get him sold for 80 million pounds. He signed for Chelsea, which means that we're going to have, perhaps we're going to have a new team to fight for the league title. But we did get rid of somewhere between £0.5 and £1 million a week by releasing him or getting rid of him. They were happy to pay his full salary, but only $375 at Chelsea. They get to sign him on a cheaper deal. And I also got rid of Alejandro Garnacho. I mean, yeah, he's a good player. He's He can play both right and left. But I just felt that we have so many players coming up on those positions. We have Morgan Pierce, Thiago Esteves on the right. We have Favre, Shola Shortire, Florian Ritz on the left. So I just felt, yeah, well, we need to get our finances in order, and they paid 45 million for him. So I just said, all right. Coming in, as you can see, it's all youth players. We haven't signed a big deal this summer, and most likely we won't, because I feel I want to try and continue to build upon the squad that we have. There's other decisions that I've made that I'm going to go through in this episode, but that's the main part. We have sold 3 players that could be first team players, and we have bought none. We only have youth players that we have found, like Yidrish Pirosh, and we have lent him out because he didn't get a work permit, but I was still interested in him, so we kept him. And yeah, really doesn't go with my general feelings towards what I want, because he has low determination, but his potential ability was so high that I couldn't resist it. So yeah, that's why we signed him. Fulham, we got this one, Christian Elliott, more of a player that I wanted to. I'm still gonna try to find some 15, 16-year-olds, if I can, to fill out that that under 18 team, and then I don't want somebody with 1 star. They need to have some ability. Same with Jack Shields, also a player. I know 2 million for a player that we only want to fill out the team, but yeah, that's what we have to pay for these young lads, and that is of course mainly because of my stupid thing not to sign, even though they were crappy. I should have signed the players that came up through the youth system, so that I had a full squad before this season. So that's that's how that is. Now, before we leave this part of it, I want to go in here and show something terrible, and that is, where is he? Erling Haaland. Look at this. Borussia Dortmund are on 4 installments of almost 7 million. So that's 28 million that we still owe Borussia Dortmund for a player that we have put away because we didn't want to pay all the money that we are paying for him. So that's a bit of a disappointment, of course, and you can probably understand why, though he was brilliant for us in a sporting sense because he helped us win a lot of trophies, he really cost the club too much money and he had to go. And yeah, finances are looking like this. We are 177 almost million here, which is good, but I still think we're going to end up the season around 0 because it's still eating too much of our finances every week. Well, we're going to have a more or should I say a bigger view on that once the season really starts to get ahead or start, so that we can see what type of how much we lose every month and stuff like that before we know anything. We have, I believe we were almost at £6 million a week. We have brought that down to almost 5 million. So I think we've lost approximately 1 million in what should I say, in steady salary. I don't think that they include the bonuses there. So when every time Mbappe scored, he got almost £100,000. So yeah, I mean, scoring 5 goals in a game in his salary was 1 million, or scoring 5 goals in a week. There could be 2 games, the Champions League and the league, and he scores 5 goals, and it's almost £1 million he were supposed to have in wages. So it could be a good year for us financially, but how it's going to work out in the sporting sense, we don't know at the moment. Because as I've said, I haven't strengthened the club. We did win the league quite convincing last season, but and we did get to the final of the UEFA Champions League, but we lost already in the quarter-final in the FA. And so yeah, it's going to be, we're going to be finding out a lot of things through this season if we can keep it up with despite the loss that we have made in players now. And what else? Yeah, Arsenal managed to win the FA Cup against Newcastle in the final there, so they didn't miss out on European football. They are going to play in the Europa League. I think it was Tottenham that lost the position. I don't know if we can. Let's go into the Premier League league table. Let's see. There should be. There should be a league table thingamajig, shouldn't there? This is the league table here, but it should be so we can go back in time. I'm pretty sure of it. Just because of that, I don't. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's go back. Yeah, you can see Tottenham that were supposed to get that last European position, lost it. And I think Chelsea lost a Europa League and got into the Europa Conference League, which Tottenham was supposed to go to, because Arsenal managed to win the FA Cup. So that's interesting. And yeah. So what do we have here then? We have played a couple of easy games. I haven't picked. The Napoli game was, of course, a team where we faced a team that was an okay, good team, but the other ones have been really bad teams that we have run over them completely. 13-1, 24-7, 14-1. So yeah, hopefully we go in with some good sense of goal scoring and stuff like that against Arsenal now in the Community Shield. But who knows? We're just gonna have to find out about that. And let's see, I'm gonna go into tactics here now because I think I need to clear the team. I haven't done that now. So I'm gonna clear the team, which can be a bit of problematic because I think Thiago Estevez, oh, he's back. Good, he was injured. So Thiago Estevez, then that's no problem. Morgan Pearce is injured though, out for another 2 weeks, so that's going to be a problem. But I think we've done everything we can here now. We've tried to lend out Adam Ferguson. Nobody wants him. I don't know why. The only demand I have is that he's a first choice goalkeeper. No, nothing else. But still nobody wants to take the risk and lend him. So yeah, I really don't know what to do there. Maybe I'll try to play him if we find that things are going good. We'll try to play him in league games, I guess, against lesser teams. So we're just gonna have to see about that. Other things that I have decided that is that Zakaria Bouget will this season become first choice as a right defender. Yes, Tariq Lamptey still has a higher good current ability here, but if I want him to reach his ability, he's gonna have to play, and he has such a high potential ability that I finally think that Tariq Lamptey will be the perfect guy on the bench, because he can play both left and right, so that's a good thing. So but I'm still not going to start Drew Warburton. He hasn't really reached where I want him compared to Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies is such a brilliant player that I want him to at least get another. He's going to get some games, that's for sure, league games especially. So yeah, we shouldn't be too afraid for him. Other than that, I don't think there's much more to talk about right here. We are hoping that we will have a good financial season, that the money that we bring in and such on will, we're not going to do it this season, but if we can try to reach that goal and hopefully the club will pay off that bank loan, we will actually get rid of another £2 million being deducted from our account every month, and that will of course be a good thing. So, but having said that, I don't think there's much more to go through here. I think we've talked about everything that we are to talk about. So I think we're going to jump into this first game, choose our players, and see what we can do against Arsenal in the Community Shield. We won the league, they won the cup, and here we go. We want David De Gea in goal. As a right defender then, Zakaria Bouget. Central defense, we start as we ended last season, De Ligt and Fofana. Left, we have Alphonso Davies. Right midfielder, we're going to go with Thiago Esteves. Deep lying playmaker, we go with Jude Bellingham. Box to box, we go with Andy Stockbridge. The left one will be Florian Wirtz. And the strikers will be Anthony Woodall together with Karim Adeyemi. So that's the first 11. Now for the substitutes. Adam Ferguson, of course. And then we go for Tariq Lamptey. And we go for Barachile. In the midfield, we're going to have, well, we're going to go with Gosi Dovi and Alfie Divine. And then go for somebody. We're going to go with Shola Shortire. And finally, a striker. We're going to go with Dane Scarlett. I've decided to take Tino Rainman, bring him up to the first team as well. Because I feel that, yeah, that's the two reserves that I want to put my aim on for this season, Tino and Scarlett, and hope that they will develop. So this is the team we're going to play with today, and I'm hopeful that we won't be missing Squirrels or Garnacho, but especially not missing Kylian Mbappe. Let's just have a look at the first lineup here so that the hearts are... Thiago is looking a bit in the risk, and I really don't know what to do if he gets injured or something, because we don't have... Yeah, we do. Tariq Lamptey can play on the right midfield if that is to be going really bad there. So let's start the game. As I said, this is the, or as I usually say, this is the only game in this episode because we go through so much. This This is a pre-season episode, as you all know, and even though we start the season with this Community Shield game, yeah. Oh, I turned off the sound when I went through the friendlies, so I'm gonna have to put that on. The first thing that we do when we get into the game here. Let's say, kick off, skip, cogwheel, sound. Here we go. So, can we beat Arsenal today? Bellingham, no. Ansu Fati, he's a good player. Bouget there, no problem. Esteves, Woodall, Bellingham, Esteves, long ball towards Adeyemi, but no. Very choppy in it, and I think maybe I'll need to remove some graphics from this game, because I've had the problem that the game has frozen a couple of times now in the pre-season as well. I don't know if I have too many, if I have a too large of whatchamacallit, database or whatever, but it's getting very frustrating. I don't want the game to freeze up on me, because it's going to take forever to record. Oh, Woodall! Anthony Woodall! 1-0 for Man United. But it is awfully choppy, which gives me a big concern about this, because it was not fun, I must say. But often it was because I walked away from the game while the game was playing. The screensaver or the screen went dark because I've been away for too long, and when I came back, I lifted it up, so to speak, so that the screen was shown up again. Everything has frozen, or were frozen, and I couldn't do anything about it. And I do believe that this choppiness is connected to it in some ways, but I really don't know, because I don't have so much graphic here. What I know, I haven't done any changes to this the engine, so to speak. So it's very, very strange that it is behaving in itself like this. But yeah, Bellingham, Delict. Bellingham to Esteves, to Woodall, Stockbridge. Oh, that could have been a really good pass from Stockbridge, but wasn't to be. Delict missing up on that. Ansu. Oh, what a strike. What a strike by Ansu Fati. And David De Gea, no chance on that one. But a bad defending situation by Delict as well. And yeah, that curl, I'm going to tell them to focus, because it feels a bit sloppy. Here's Florian. Oh, that's a bad pass. And of course it's Ansu Fati again stealing the ball. Davies, thank you. Stockbridge, Fofana, Delict, Bellingham, Stockbridge, Florian. Adeyemi to Davies. Davies moving in and getting it over to Esteves. Now, I believe Stockbridge have signed a new contract, which is not going to be activated until the end of the season. And still, after he signed that contract, he's gone out and say that he's looking for a new challenge. So once that contract is over, he won't sign a new one. Which I'm hoping it meant, because I hope it doesn't mean that he can... Let's have a look at this one. Oh, I hope it doesn't mean that he can cancel the contract with us, because it's been signed. Everything has been agreed, and it's supposed to be starting at the end of this season. So yeah, I knew he wanted a raise, so that's why I chose to give him the new contract at the end of the season, so that I at least get his lower salary this season as well. Bellingham, Budget. Oh, so yeah, it's going to be a tough couple of seasons here if we can't get these youth players to work like we want to, because then we're going to have to try and find a way to buy finished products again, and I really don't want that. I really want to build on youth and hope that we've done the right decisions here. As Woodall, Budget, we are the better team, that's for sure, but Arsenal is not supposed to be anywhere near the best team in this. I mean, that their position from last season, was it 8th, sort of proves that as well, that they are not among the team that's going to fight for the league title. So in that sense, it is a bit worrying that we don't, that we're having this hard of a time against Arsenal, that's for sure. Davis, no. Now I am, of course, getting scared as well when it comes to the goalkeeping position. David De Gea has been a very good servant for us and everything, and I think he was brilliant last season, and I'm hoping he will have another brilliant season this season. But he's getting up there. Yeah, I think he's 38 now, and we need to find someone new to take over from him, and it doesn't really look like Adam Ferguson is that goalkeeper. But yeah, of course we want him to be, so hopefully he will be one day. Esteves extremely tired now and hasn't really played well either, so I'm going to let him start the second half, but I'm pretty sure he will not be playing the entire game. So yeah, let's let him play for another 5 minutes, and I'm going to demand more from my player as well. Saka, Ruben Neves. It's Arsenal are holding on to the ball quite well here today. But as I said, Thiago Esteves, we don't want him to get injured, so he's going to come off. And the question is just, how many minutes do I give him here at the second half? That wasn't good. But yeah, I think I'm going to wait until it says 50. In the 50th minute, I'm going to be taking him off. Florian. There we go. And Tariq Lamptey will come in there. Oh! Esteves, close. Very close to getting to score there. Here we have Florian. Okay, just didn't get that chance displayed. So without Thiago Esteves now, Stockbridge is free. Stockbridge! Oh! Put that one over. That wasn't what we wanted, of course. And yeah, 63rd, 65th. Come on, United. Florian Wirtz has been one of our better players, so I'm not going to take him out right now, but I am considering, ooh, maybe we should put him into Stockbridge's position to get Shula Shortire in there. He played extremely well for Celtic last season, so we're going to pause the game and tactics and open up this screen here. Stockbridge and Florian changes places, and Shula Shortire comes in for him. And of course, I should have picked Tino, because I want Tino to play in that position. But maybe we'll do this then. And put in Dane Scarlett there to see if that will help to get some fresh legs up there. And then we go continue to play. Florian Ritz, Fofana, Stockbridge, Ritz, or Wirtz, I don't really know how to pronounce his name. Oh, here comes Ansu Fati. Are we going to lose the Community Shield game this year as well? That's the second year in a row in that case, and I don't like that. Really don't like that. I do believe we will get better, of course. Thiago Esteves, newly... Oh! A red card for Arsenal. Too bad, I rarely can take advantage of those, but alright. Jude Bellingham, bit tired as well. Short tire with the corner. And I have forgotten what I was talking about when the red card came up. Yeah, Thiago Esteves, he's just been out with an injury, so he will hopefully and most likely become a lot better during the season. And he's still in a developing situation, of course. So, yeah. Florian, here's Adeyemi! Karim Adeyemi! 2-1 for Man United. Hoo-ha! Thank you very much. We are very close to the end of the game now, and hopefully we'll win our first trophy of the season, and hopefully it's not the last trophy of the season. Florian Ritz up to Adeyemi, and Adeyemi put that one in. 2-1 for Manchester United. Come on. Davies will throw in to short tire. Davies holding on to the ball. Short tire. Florian Ritz. Ritz. Ooh. Just over the bar there. Come on, United. Bellingham. Bouget. Ooh, I thought the game was going to freeze there, but it did. But, yeah, this is the thing I'm talking about. Maybe we'll have to be honest, I haven't tried the other, Football Manager 21 and Football Manager 24. Here we go. Lifting the trophy, or the plate, that is the Community Shield trophy. Look at this. And here we go. And it's a win. It's a win. And we were playing in blue and black today. We are the champions, no time for losers, 'cause we are the champions. And so on. And look at this. Tremendously nice to read everything. Let's get on to the dressing room. And of course, outstretched arms here. Success always important. And move on. And yeah, a good start to the season though. Even though we don't know how this season's going to go. Well, we never know how seasons are going to go, do we? But this season feels a bit more, should I say dangerous? But it's very, 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 what should I say? I'm lost for words here. I'm very excited about this season at the same time that I am very scared about this season. Because we don't know what's going to happen here, of course. Coming to all the things that we have done, all the changes I have done to the club. But a good start with a win in the Community Shield, definitely something that I want. Looking at the first 3 games, which we will be playing in the next episode, is Leicester away, Blackburn at home, and Brentford at home. Feels like we're getting somewhat of a easier start than we usually get, and that feels good. At the same time as I am a bit scared that if we lose a lot of points here, that we're going to be falling behind and we're going to be really struggling when we get to the Liverpool game, and the amount of pressure we will have upon us when we come to that position if we have started bad might be too much for the players. But yeah, we're not thinking about that now. For now, we just want to get through and see where we will end up. Medical center, current injuries, only Morgan Pierce. So yeah. Now looking here, we can see we do have quite a lot of players, but if I'm not mistaken, I'm having a really hard time finding players to play. I mean, I have to use a defender. Well, he's using, yeah, that's because Rowan Pressland is injured. And I think I only have these 3 strikers, which makes it a bit hard as well. I think he was going to play. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I wish I had the time to take care of all the teams, the under-23, the under-18, and let's say if this was my work, I would definitely be taking all 3. I might not be, unless I was streaming it, I would not record the games that I played for the under-18 and the under-23. I will keep the episode pretty much like it is, but behind the camera or behind everything, I would play these games as well, so that I knew that all my players got to play every week and so on and so forth, so that they could develop. Because it's very frustrating if you have a very talented player like Kelly here and keeping him outside of the team. I want him to play so that he can develop. I don't care if he at the moment might be a better player, because I really don't care. Well, I shouldn't say I don't care, but it's not that important if we win or lose with the under-18 or the under-23. The important thing when it comes to those games is that the players develop and stuff like that. So yeah, a little more players in the under-23, but there is loads of them lent out, and I made this the decision that there won't be any more players being lent out. This is the team that we're going to play with, so to speak. And not much to say here. We have Favre. He is looking like he could be another one that I could take up. But at the same time, I feel I want to give Shola Shortire at least this season. And if I don't feel that he's developed enough, then so that if he doesn't develop this season into a player that I feel is good enough to play for us on a regular basis, Favre is going to take his position next season and this player will be sold. Don't know what he's worth, 37 to 41 million. So yeah, that could be another lump of money coming into the team. And I should also say that if Favre makes a good name for himself in the under-23, that could already in the January window be the fact that I try to sell him, and if I get him sold, I will bring Favre up to the first team, so that and then sell Shola Shortire if I can. So yeah, that's my plan anyway. So yeah, nothing has happened here as good as I know, and yeah, I go through that later on. 7 days until we're going to play against Leicester, and you have been introduced to this new season, and we're hoping for a good, I think it's season 7 now, right? And I'm hoping for a really good season, as I always do, of course. The league table, here we can see it in its full glory. And look at that. I think this is my first season in this save. We ended the season 2 points away from winning the league. Liverpool took it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons in a row we have won. Can we win it 6 years in a row? That's going to be very, very interesting. We can take a look at here. 5 years in a row. I don't think that's ever happened in real life, has it? Liverpool was close back in the 80s, but they never managed to do more than 3. And so, yeah, it does feel... Arsenal, no, they were stopped. And so, Huddersfield 3. Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, I think Manchester City has done it in real life now, hasn't they? They have won 4 years in a row, I think. But we're going to have to wait until March to see that in the game, when Football Manager 25 hopefully comes out. The question is still out if it will be released at all, but I think it will be released because I think the financial year for Sega, they would want Football Manager to be included there. I wouldn't cry too much if it would become Football Manager 26, to be honest. Because if they're having this much problem getting Football Manager 25 ready for release, then what kind of improvements can they do to Football Manager 26? I don't think there will be any real improvements to Football Manager. You know what? I'm just so worried that the game is going to freeze up that I'm going to do like this while we talk. I'm really worried that that there won't be any difference between Football Manager 25 and 26. But at the same time, I don't want them to release Football Manager 25 now with a lot of bugs and the game just crashing and being a complete a-hole to us. So yeah, it's better that they wait. Absolutely, I have no problems with that. I think they should have waited. Quite honestly, I think they should have worked on this behind the scenes and continue to improve this game. I know they wanted it to be a big thing with 20 years celebration of Football Manager, but there should have been a point where they felt we know we can do this. The game is ready. We just need to tweak it now, and they were nowhere near there, or they wouldn't have postponed it all the way to March, honestly. So yeah, I feel it was the wrong decision. They should have released Football Manager 25 as an improved 24 instead of, and waited yet another year with that new version. And yeah, we want a game that is ready to be released, especially when you have a game like this where it's such a huge following base, and so many of the YouTubers. I'm sort of one of those that are not going in the same direction as most other YouTubers, because I still play Football Manager 21, and in this case Football Manager 22, because I've built these long series, But most of the YouTubers that I throw an eye upon, they only play the latest edition, and they make videos that are kind of short, and they stream a lot of it when they do, and then they cut it into shorter things and they upload those, and pretty much have a season in an episode. And yeah, I there's no way I'm gonna do that. Definitely not. I might be finding things to change in the way that I play, I don't know, but I will definitely not be going through entire seasons without recording and then sort of do a summary of the season at the end of it and stuff like that. No, I like the way I've put up this or whatever, the theme of my channel. I do like the way I play Football Manager on my channel, and yeah, I think I'm going to continue with that, that's for sure. Anyway, I think I've talked a lot now. It is a preseason episode, so it will be a shorter one than usual anyway, but I think I've talked too much, and I think it's time to wrap this up. And as I said, I don't know how good Chelsea will be this season. Maybe we should take a look at that before we end the episode, because we know that they having Kylian Mbappe here now, key player, and we know Reece James is a good player, and they have Pep Guardiola as manager. That's that feels a bit scary, to be honest. Can we see what kind of games they have played here in the preseason? They lost against Leicester, which gives us hope, but they won against Chelsea, Kidderminster, Hamburg, and Fenerbahce. So yeah, and I don't think they had Kylian Mbappe in the game against. Yeah, they had him against Hamburg, but not before that, because we had Kylian Mbappe quite a long time. It took some time before they bought him from us. I mean, you can see here he scored in the first game. Kylian Mbappe, where is he? There he is. Scored 1 goal against Bury. He scored 7 goals. So you could see that me starting him every game, that I had the intentions for him to play the game, play as a first team player, and because I didn't believe that I would get him sold, to be honest, because I wouldn't sell him if I were to pay any of his salary. And often when you sell a player with as high a salary as Kylian Mbappe had here, they always want a percentage from us, and I wouldn't do that. I said that to myself. I will not pay a dime. So yeah, I wasn't really sure that he would get sold, but he was on the transfers list back then. Real Madrid tried to sign him for £44 million, but I rejected that. And I'm glad that I did that, because I was close, because I did get that offer twice from Real Madrid for £44 million. And the second time I was kind of close. I thought, well, maybe nobody else will take him. But then I tried a third time to sell him, and Chelsea came in with a bid, and yeah, and you can see he also played and scored 5 times, all 5 goals. No, there were 6 goals there. Yeah, Florian Wirtz as well. 5 out of the 6 goals were scored by Kylian Mbappe in that game, and then in this one was the first game without him. So yeah, Karim Adeyemi perhaps getting more space as well to be seen now that Kylian Mbappe has left, so maybe that could be a good thing about the Kylian Mbappe leaving it. I'm hoping that is the case. So anyway, I've ended up talking even more again. I do hope you have enjoyed this episode. Do like, subscribe, leave a little comment, share with your friend, all that nice stuff. Stay safe out there, have heaps of fun, and I'll just end with bye 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 bye.